Now I'm in a very different setting, as you might be able to tell. I'm in Miami, so I've decided to fly to Florida for just a few days and sort of see Florida, but it also means that I've been to all 4 corners of the States pretty much, which is quite a cool thing. But I'm off to an Everglades tour, which will be quite fun. I'm the only one on the bus. So, yeah, literally the only one at the moment. Maybe I'm the first one to be picked up, don't know, but it could be a very quiet tour on a Sunday, which would be nice. So the tour's brought me to a very busy holiday park where we get on the airboats, and then we have a tour on the airboats for about an hour, showing us around the Everglades and showing us around the animals that are here. So yeah, it should be still pretty interesting, still pretty good, but incredibly touristy.
So that we can go over and take a look. The more eyes on the water, the better. We will be on 3 speed trails for this tour.
Yeah, we're moving. I can't even hear myself speak, so yeah, whether you can or not is a different matter.
American black vulture, which is a bird here in the Everglades, and they are well known for their unique method of hunting. They are like the dive bombers out here in the Everglades. Now the North American alligator can actually jump about 50% of its body length out of the water, meaning that good old Louie here could easily hop into this boat to make friends, or more likely, to make lunch. Though they have that 2,500 pound per square inch bite force, they have very little muscle in their jaws to actually open their mouths.
Well, that was pretty amazing. I haven't seen an alligator that close in a long time. In fact, never, actually. But yeah, that's Louie. Second one of the day. She's called Buddy. This one's 7 foot female. And apparently when they have
Go take a look at that great blue herring that just landed.
Oh, cool. Eric?
So count yourself lucky for the biodiversity on this tour. And here we go on the count of 1.
Well, that's the end of the tour. We're just sort of mooring up now. And then I think there's another show or something for me to see before we get on the bus and head back to Miami. And I'm going to try and get dropped off in town so that I can explore downtown Miami before I go back to South Beach, which is where I'm staying. Let's hope that. Oh, we've arrived.
You see he's thrilled. Like, no, I've been chosen. Okay, so guys, we're gonna look inside of his mouth. There is a whopping 80 teeth in here. 40 on the top, 40 on the bottom. Now they can actually break their teeth off, throw them back, and they cycle through several thousand in a lifetime. Now that comes in handy because of how hard the alligator can bite. A large alligator can bite down with an entire ton of force within its mouth. That is a whopping 2,000 pounds per square inch of power. Now, even though it can bite down so hard, it uses mouth shut with his bare hands, as you see me doing right now. All of that power is for closing, very little for opening. If you're ever about to be attacked, guys, you just got to turn around, grab the jaws, you'll do great. And you're going to want to run for your life. But we do have all of these alligators in here for a reason. We are actually an alligator rescue. And these are considered to be wild-caught, rescued nuisance alligators. Now, a nuisance alligator is one that shows up in a backyard, swimming pool, he ate fluffy, stuff like that. I'm going to filter. No, stop it. No. Bye, dog. I know you want to eat my hand. You're right there. Let's see. Okay. I generally grab this guy because he's lazy, for the most part. I'm also getting tired. And he is actively trying a little bit. Notice, he just gets up and he waddles away. Let's see how far he decides to walk. He's done. He's literally going to lay there for the next 3 hours.
But yeah, that was really interesting and worth the money to see the Everglades and to see the crocodile tour and things like that. It was not actually too bad for the price for what it was. I think it was only like $65 for the day, so pretty good. I enjoyed it. Look at all these birds. I'm gonna make a small assumption. Say they might be vultures. But there is. Is that a bit too far out? Or there's loads of them. That's amazing. We're gonna get. Literally loads of them. He's got a parrot in his car. This is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure they've sort of rendered that and painted it white and then chipped away at the render to create that piece of art. It looks pretty good, considering the scale of it as well. It's quite an impressive way to know what bit to chip away and what bit not to. Well, this hasn't gone to plan. Well, I think my time is up in this little area. I think it's Windward, and then tomorrow, hopefully, Eric will take me to Key West, which should be good. So
It's like where he did the movie Scarface. All the inside behind.
we're at Ocean Drive in Miami Beach. Got to be quick, but that's Al Capone's old car, and then there's the hotel they did Scarface in. So on our way to Key West, we stopped at the service station. I got myself a small drink from America. No, it's not, it's large. I'm on a road trip now in a car. I have nice things like a seat and air conditioning and cup holders, so I thought I'd treat myself. Yeah, it's a couple hour drive. I think it'll be pretty cool once we get onto that section that's like the highway and the sea. I think I'm looking forward to that. So we've arrived in Key West. That there is the most southerly point in the USA. So yeah, without going in the ocean, I can't get any lower, which is a cool place to be. I've obviously been at the highest point, right on the Canadian border, and now the lowest point. So ticking off the big sort of like points. There's all four corners and the lowest point, and technically the highest point. No, it wouldn't be the highest point in the USA, because that would be Prudhoe Bay in Alaska or somewhere like that, which I haven't been to. But I've been to Alaska, so I've been to close. I've been to the Arctic Ocean, and now I've been to the bottom. So yeah, I'm gonna go join the queue with Eric, get a picture, catch in a bit. Made it to a restaurant after seeing that, and there's cockles and chickens running around, as you can hear. So we're gonna have a nice pizza, and then I think we'll end up setting off and driving sort of back. It's gonna be like 3 or 4 hours to get back. Really nice day. Got back from Florida yesterday after a nice trip and not a bad flight either. And now it's time to give this another service. Big old box of parts. Oil, obviously, do an oil change, so 2.8 litres of that. Get a filter. I've always carried filters, but when I can get them, I get them, because if I can't get them, I've still got my spares. And then the O-rings for everything. I bought a injector because I just wanted to have it as a spare, so that's nothing that's going to get changed. O-ring for underneath the fuel tank, because I noticed that was split. And then chain and sprocket. Ugh, America. I've got the wrong bloody measurements on it. I want mil, not whatever DL and ounces. Bastards. Right, we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. I have an idea. I know it'll be most of this oil, so we'll put most of it in. So I'll let that sit. Have to do the rest of the bike. Make sure the oil levels are right, then run it up, get it up to temperature, nice and warm and hot. Let it sit for 5 minutes, check the level, top it up as necessary. Right, on to the next job. Okay, work so far. I kind of cracked on, turn the camera off because it's quicker. You saw me drain the oil. I've now changed the chain and sprocket, so I've got the new ones. I didn't bother going with the super spocks just because it's cheaper. The same with the gold chain. It was just a little bit cheaper. Still DID, still all the proper stuff, but yeah, trying to save some of the pounds and put it into the petrol tank rather than anything else. And speaking of the petrol tank, this is the O-ring it's clearly broken. You can see that it's there. If you want to clean this, you can take it out, and then it lives underneath there. So when I pulled it off, I realised it was broken. So that's the new one. And then I have a Googler Tech fuel filter that will sit in the tank like that. That will filter my fuel straight away from whatever nozzle or fuel bottle or drinks bottle or whatever the hell other countries end up using. It'll go through the filter that's in the tank, which I'll double check on the pump, and then I've got another filter here. So I've got 3 filters before it gets to the injectors. So I should be good. She's good for another 6,000 to 7,000 miles, which is seemingly what I'm doing. I do need to check the mileage just to double check since Vancouver, and then the date, just to give you a scale of how many miles I'm doing in number of months that I'm doing, because it's pretty crazy compared to what I'm used to. Right, let's get on with this. This fits inside here, and it's quite a nice fit. But what I believe I've got to do is actually drill a couple of holes into this, a bit of lock wire, and we'll just make some little loops just to hold that and secure that on. So it is installed, it's all done. So yeah, that's next time I fill my fuel up, it will go through that filter. And those of you asking how I can just slam this shut without the key is because I've also modified this as well. I did this ages ago. Basically, twiddle with some stuff and dremel some stuff in there, and you can slam it shut. Whole bike's sorted and done. So oil change, front and sprocket change, changed my rear brake pads. I've changed these balls to the new ram mount balls that don't squash. Put the filter in, clean my air filters, and then taken out front and rear wheels to check brakes, regrease axles, check bearings, things like that. So yeah, all done, all finished, but it was a full day in the garage because you end up just titivating and cleaning bits and bobs and as you go. So today's going to be an interesting day, a bit of a surprise. Last night, Austin texted me saying, can you get your bike serviced and done today so you can go play with Cowboys tomorrow? So, big old trailer. This is basically the biggest thing you can tow without getting like a full truck lorry license. Just had to battle getting that tractor going down there. And yeah. Now we're gonna get some hay bales and put some cubes out and try and collect some calves. Should be good fun. Done the last hay bale at this other farm, and we're just rounding up the cattle and trying to get them into these little pens, ready for some proper cowboys to come tomorrow. But yeah, some of them, cheeky little bastards, got away. So it's the following morning. Cows are still in their pen. They've got a few more to get, but we're going to let the cowboys do it. And we've got real life cowboys here, which is kind of cool. There they are, gearing all up. The lassos and all the typical cowboy stuff. They're going to go off and find we are a couple of calves that are out there. So Austin is there. He's going to back that trailer up to the gate that's there. They're going to work some cows, vaccinate them, ear tag them, and then put them in that trailer, and they're going to go off to auction. This is a chap. I don't know what about him. Something about him reminds me of me. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Look at it go. It's like a grandfather clock. We're just going to finish off here and then I'll be riding tomorrow and playing on the ranch, which will be good. But it's been really interesting today, watching the cowboys work and playing with cattle and yeah, having a farm day. It's been quite a good experience. I've enjoyed it. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Good night. On my way back that night, I had my first ever corn dog, and honestly, it was pretty good. Next day, I rolled into Austin's place.
Jeep Scrambler, man.
Little run around. Spent the weekend hanging out with him and his dad. And tried a massive chicken fried steak. A huge thanks to Austin for the awesome hospitality. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.